morning. Happy Monday to everybody. So if last week was exam week and that was pretty grueling and very tough, I think this week is harder. How can this week be harder? The exams are behind you because it's now that the results start to come in, and this is the biggest test of them all. We're always going to have some result from what we try and do in life. And there are times when we're going to be successful, and there are times when we will be unsuccessful. Or we might use that F word. But don't use the F word. I mean, yes, you might fail, you might not get the grade, you might not get enough marks to pass the test, and you might come towards the bottom end of your class, but that doesn't mean that you are a failure. So that F word is not a good word because it puts you in a box and it says, this is who I am. I am that kid who can't achieve. Now, what often happens when we get into that headspace is that we then stop trying. And then when we stop trying, we then actually don't achieve. So we end up proving exactly what we're trying to think about ourselves, but it's not real. So we make an effort, maybe it doesn't go so well. We then label ourselves with the F word as a failure. We then don't try. So then we tell the world, see, I am a failure. Because this is what I always do. I never do very well. I'm the F kid. Listen to this story that I saw just before Shabbat last week. About of a young woman, teenage girl from North Carolina. Her name, Natalie Bentos Pereira, 16 years old. When she was 11, she had a stroke. Awful. Absolutely awful. Now, the doctors told her parents that she would most likely never be able to walk again. Now, what would you do if you're her parents? Would you tell your child that you could never walk again, or would you give them hope? You could tell your child that you've had a serious medical condition and you're very, very poorly and you're going to have to work really hard with physiotherapy, and let's see what happens. Let's see what we can achieve. Well, her amazing parents didn't label her as the young kid who would never walk again. They told her that she's got serious medical conditions, but she's going to have to work really hard. But not just make the effort doing therapies, but make the effort in her head, that she wouldn't label herself as the F girl who would fail walking in life. So they never told her. Do you know what's absolutely amazing? She learned to walk again. The doctor said, never walk again. The parents didn't give her that mindset of, you can't do it. They said, if you want to walk, you're going to have to make an effort. That's exactly what she has done. 6 years later, she's walking. Miracle? It's not a miracle. I think it's what you think about yourself. Often the thoughts we have about ourselves will create the reality, will create the experiences we have. If you think yourself as beautiful and capable and outgoing and that you can achieve, you might experience life just like that. But if you tell yourself that you're ugly, that you've got no friends, that you can't do it, then every single day you will wake up feeling those thoughts. And that's not fair to you. It's bad enough where it's just the reality as being a certain stage in life that other people test you. People outside of your world give you a test and you have to do something for them. But why make your own life a test? Why make your own life so painful? By convincing yourself that you're so bad, that you're so rubbish, that you're so everything negative in the world. Only think positively about yourself. If you convince yourself you can't do it, that becomes the reality. If you give yourselves opportunities, if you think big, if you open your eyes to the possibilities of what life can give you, then life can give you amazing things. Don't use the F word. You are not a effing failure. Failure, the big failure in the world. No, get rid of that letter and see yourselves as opportunities, as being successful. You tell yourself you can do it. You make the effort, your world, your life, your experiences will be even more amazing. Or might just start being amazing. If that young girl in North Carolina can walk after the doctor said she couldn't, anything, my people, my friends, is possible. Have a successful day. Have a good week.